ones that do you vote?
Hey YouTube. Okay, so I just did my sister's makeup and I just posted that video, so you guys should tune in to that video. It's called A Basic Everyday Smoky Eye, so look at that and I hope you guys like that video. Now, her friend just said, how do you break up with a bad friend? Now, once again, I'm blogging for girls ages, 16 to like 21, 20 and 21. So, like, this is not for the older girls. And it's talking about breaking up with their friends. This is about teenagers breaking up with their friends. If I was to break up with one of my girlfriends, personally, I just stop talking to people. But if you don't want to be mean, you can sit down with your friend and you can ask them, how they feel about you guys maybe not speaking. Now, if you have I've broken up with best friends, like I just kind of, we falling out over arguments or something like that. But if you don't want to fall out on a bad note, then you just sit down and you simply talk to them and you say, hey, you know what? I really don't think this is working out. Kind of like a boyfriend. Or old handbag you never wear anymore or something like that. Well, maybe that's not a good analogy. But, I mean, if I was you guys, I would just simply sit down and say, hey, I can't do this anymore. I will point out some of the things they have, but I would try to give them a chance to explain themselves. But if it was something I felt like they crossed me about or went out of their way to kind of hurt me, or if I feel like I'm being a convenient friend, which a lot of women do, I would just distance myself from that person. Maybe not completely just cut them off, because you never want to burn bridges and be mean to somebody like that, but I would distance myself from them, because you don't want to have bad friends like that. You always want positive energy to surround your life. You don't want to have to worry about somebody stabbing you in the back or doing you wrong. I feel like the women of the world should count on each other more, especially when you're starting out in college. You make friends and you make long life friends in college. So you don't want to, create enemies where you don't have to have enemies. So my suggestion and my answer to that is simply talk. You don't have to talk with your fists. You don't have to be cussing nobody out. You don't have to do the most, as so many ratchet TV shows do. And Lord knows I love my ratchet TV shows, but that's not a good way to handle stuff. So if you watch Basketball Wives, that's not a good way to handle stuff. It's not cute. It's not sexy. Boys don't like it. They will not go out with you because you're the best person to cuss somebody out. That's not attractive at all. But if you can talk and use your intelligence that you were born with and the wisdom that you've learned over time, it works out a lot better and it turns out a lot better. And hey, you might never know. You might actually end up staying friends if you understand their point of view. So at the end all to be all, you don't want to be cussing nobody out. Just pull them aside, call them on the phone, email. Don't tweet. Okay, tweeting, trying to tell your friend you don't want to be friends with them is not a good way to do it unless you're DMing them, direct messaging them. Otherwise, don't do it, because then it becomes like a public scandal, and we don't want any of that. Don't Facebook. Don't be making statuses on your Facebook, degrading each other like that. You don't want to start a Facebook war, because not only will that follow you, but employers do look at your Facebook nowadays. So you don't want anything negative on your Facebook regarding trying to break up with your friend or calling somebody out the name. You don't want to do that. And any of these other ones, these Instagrams and other stuff like that, you don't want to be doing anything like that either. So just call them on the phone, text them, or email, set up a date to meet, and just talk it out like women. I believe that you guys can do that, and so I'm just hoping that you guys take the advice that I have for you and wait for my next vlog. And if anybody has any questions they want to ask, especially the young women, once again, ages 16 to 20 and 21, please leave video responses or comments, and I'll be sure to, in my next vlog, talk about it. You guys have a good day.